Boys, what's up? How are you?
Hey, very good, very good.
You guys both dressed the same, and I didn't, and now I feel left out, and I need one of those plaid shirts because they're badass as fuck.
They're fucking comfortable, mate. They're so comfortable.
Why are the UK guys still able to pull off that 90s look?
I don't know. Why is that?
I don't know, but so you said Anth Bales has those shirts?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
100%. So Leroy and Anth. So
yeah, Leroy and Anth. We should say.
Ben said to me, "Do you know who Leroy is?" And I said, "Is there any other Leroy in bodybuilding other than the Leroy?"
Yeah, this is true. I only know that Leroy.
Can you name another Leroy that's a popular in bodybuilding?
I don't know another Leroy.
So for those who are listening who don't know who Leroy is the guy that was screaming at Dorian Yates in the Blood and Guts video. He was his training partner.
Yeah.
Anybody who's followed bodybuilding closely for 10, 20 years would know Leroy and his epic fucking screaming.
If you don't know who Leroy is, if you don't know who he is, pause this video, open up another window, and go and fucking look. Leroy Davis.
Or just watch Blood and Guts. And then you're killing two birds.
Yeah, just go watch Blood and Guts. Dorian Yates' DVD.
It's on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube now. They've got most of it on there.
I used to. There was a period of time when I was like, I don't know, 24, 25, 26. Me and a friend of mine, we would get Swiss Chalet, which is like a rotisserie chicken place here in Canada. We would get rotisserie chickens and watch Ronnie Coleman's Unbelievable or Blood and Guts almost every day before training.
It's what Luke and I did.
Like honestly,
so Luke and I would do that with the Branch Warrens one as well.
Training safe.
Johnny and Branch.
Yeah.
It's either Johnny and Branch, Dorian and Leroy, and then Ronnie. They were the videos.
Yeah, but it's crazy. It was like every day. Like we knew like they were gonna we knew it off by heart.
Yeah. The Branch one was good.
Or we would watch like Gladiator or Braveheart.
Oh, you actually watch a movie as well sometimes.
Sometimes we throw
just to mix up.
No, usually the post-workout would be the movie. The pre-workout would be the.
Yeah. Oh no, I couldn't do Gladiator. That's too emotional after I've trained. I'd be like, I can't handle this.
Braveheart seemed to be the ongoing. It was like more than the others, but
yeah.
Anyway,
William Wallace.
Yeah, I got to get one of those. I think a Hostile should come out with something like that. Our protein's coming out next week.
I saw. I've liked the post. So did Ben.
Yeah, man.
So it's called ISO H1.
ISO H1 because we're going to do a series of proteins.
Okay, so you'll have like maybe a blend or a concentrate or something.
Yeah, so it's going to go H1, H2, H3, H4, and there are going to be different series of proteins because the whey isolate's my favorite, like the grass-fed whey. So that was going to be H1.
Yeah, top of the list, top of the pile, lad.
Yeah, and then
can you write like on your diet plans? You can like pretty much prescribe, but in code. So you're like intra-workout, you could do like S9 plus.
Yeah,
you could. It'll be like algebra.
Yeah, because intra R3, right? Because intra R3 for your intra-workout. Yeah. No, I don't know. I like those abbreviations, and I think they're cool. I like the H1 thing kind of came up because we want to do a whey concentrate, and we want to do a what's it called? A vegan protein one day. So I figured we'll just line them up that way. So anyway,
that sounds good.
How are you guys doing? What's new with you guys?
I've got a new training split.
Well, do you? People are now listening. Okay, what's this new training?
I might as well say because everyone's like, "You got a new split."
What's your new what's your new training split?
So it's actually push pull legs, day off.
Yeah.
Shoulders and triceps, day off, back width and biceps.
Wow, that's different.
So
you're basically smashing.
Wait a second. That's like fucking with the algorithm of training.
You can do both.
That doesn't work. That doesn't fit into our usual.
How can you do push pull and normal stuff?
People are gonna freak out. You just blew everybody's fucking mind. So wait a minute. So let me try.
This is fucked.
Before you explain it, let me try and figure it out. So basically, you're gonna smash everything early in the week, and then you're gonna work on your what you think is your lagging body parts later in the week.
Absolutely. You got it down to a T first try there. 100 points.
100 points. No, so is that something you and Patrick worked on, or is that something you came up with? Patrick decided that?
Solely Patrick.
Do you think it's going to mess you up that like you might not be training a body part? Well, actually, you're going to hit everything in the week anyway.
It's only really like the only thing that's getting a little bit less attention really is going to be chest and legs.
Those are your best body
legs before.
Those are your best body parts. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's why the formation of everything is as it is, because we want to make sure that everything's more balanced. So,
hey, can I ask you a different question? Maybe you, Patrick, have talked about this, and maybe you haven't.
Of course.
Are you worried about your stomach growing as you grow more?
I don't know, because I haven't got the best stomach as it is. Like, let's be honest, I don't have the best waistline, and I don't have the best detail in my stomach. But I only worry if Patrick says it's a concern, and if he hasn't said that, so I'm kind of chill. If he would say it, then I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
So this topic of conversation, you should have asked me this because it came up 2 days ago.
Okay.
With you, Ben?
Yeah.
But your waist is fine. It's not
okay. Yeah, but he said now we need to take care that we don't lose, because my food went up on Monday, right?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Ben. I'll let you finish. I just want to I want to just correct what I said. James's waist is fine as well. The reason I said that about your waist is because you still have a lot of room to grow, whereas James is kind of like teetering on that line of like, you don't want to, you know what I mean? Like he's already so big, right?
Yeah, thanks. Call me small. So
I'm just saying, you have more room is all I'm saying. Your frame is bigger.
You're taller.
Yeah.
By a half inch. Fuck
like,
you guys.
You're like 6'1", man. What the fuck?
He's 5'11". It's not that. Anyway.
2 inches goes a long way.
Look, don't start backtracking now, you piece of shit, right?
Okay, go on.
So when we talked about the podcast before, and you were like, "Oh, you got to put your food up, you got to keep putting." Anyway, 2 weeks ago we pulled food down pretty drastically just to resensitize, because my weight was at 282 and it wasn't doing anything, right?
Yeah,
I was getting stronger, but nothing was budging, and we didn't want to blow the food past, so we go the other way. We pulled food right down.
Yeah,
we reduced some training volume for 7 days. I dropped about 9 pounds. On Monday, he said, go back to the same training with the force rep stuff and go back to the same diet, but 10% extra carbs on everything.
Yeah.
Every single serving of carbs is up by 10%.
Yeah.
So I did 2 days of that, and my weight filled back out. My condition stayed tighter from that 7-day little cleanup.
Yeah.
And I filled back out. So the point is to kind of super compensate. But he said, we need to be careful now that the volume of food in your stomach isn't getting to the point where it's compromising your ratio, your look.
Yeah.
Because you're right, I don't have the muscle mass that James has.
Yeah.
So I need to maximize my strengths, which is I have a
smaller waist. Yeah.
I want to fucking keep that, right? Kind of like Patrick Moore's like, I'm not going to be rammy, but I have this small waist. Let's keep that and keep going out everywhere else, but not sacrificing this, right? So Patrick, he literally said to me, we'll keep an eye on things now because you could probably handle more calories and grow
more volume of food,
but you're probably going to start losing your midsection. And we don't want to do that.
See, that's where I would go wrong, because if I was coaching you, I would be like, start pounding the fucking food. You're too small.
Yeah.
Get it down, here, lad.
So the reason I brought this up, James, is I'm curious because I thought about, I'm taking a little bit of downtime right now, but when I get back to full blast, I was considering this. Do you think wearing a waist trainer while you train only is beneficial in any way?
Well, I don't like waist trainers at all. I wore one for 1 day and got a fucking, what I thought was a hernia.
That happened to me before too.
Yep. I was like, I got like a lipoma, like a lump.
Not a hernia. No, my back was bothering me one day, but I wonder if
I don't know what that is. All I know is I must be used to bracing without. So
yeah,
I don't know. I just know that I wore one for a day. It fucked me up, made me feel shit. So I put it down and I have to put it back on again.
I wonder if it's too. Do you think it maybe was too tight?
Probably, but I had to fucking squeeze the cunt on.
But this is what I'm saying. This is my point. See, people wear waist trainers because they think it's going to crush their waist, right? Like it's going to shrink their waist.
Yeah, which you shouldn't be doing.
That's not why I'm wearing it. I wear it just because it keeps me conscious of my stomach.
This is what I was going to say. Why don't you try wearing it when you're not in the gym?
Because I'm okay when I'm not in the gym. This is the thing. When I train, and this is where everybody's different. When I train, I find that I use my stomach a lot. Like if you watch me bench, my stomach goes out, right?
It's like the diaphragm's a little bit shot, like out. That's what mine goes like.
So I keep mine tight when I train, but when I'm sitting around the house, I look down, I'm like, oh, you lazy fuck. Like,
I don't disagree with you. I agree with the sitting around the house part, but for me, when I train, I use my stomach a lot. Yeah. So when I was dieting for that last show, I was wearing a waist trainer while I trained.
Yeah.
I found that it helped me stay conscious of like using my stomach to lift. So I was just wondering, like, is it something that people could do all off season to help them? Because the guys, if you look at the guys in Kuwait, like Rolly and these guys, they all wear them when they train.
They do that. I know. I just know it didn't really work for me. I feel like I need something like wedged between my bum cheeks to stop me from breathing out like that. Like I need to like. No, and I know it sounds weird, but you know when you pull you like kind of pull in your ass and your stomach at the same time.
No,
that's what I need to be. No,
I'm doing it now. I'm doing it.
I'm doing it too. Yeah. I'm like,
dude, that's what I feel like I need to do. But the only way I'm going to do that is if there's something I need to hold.
Are you talking about pulling in your butthole or pulling in your butt?
Put in my butthole.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm doing it. I'm doing it now.
I'm trying to make my butthole rise into my throat. Like, pull it up.
You know what?
I get a weird taste when I do that though. I can taste my breakfast again.
But no, honestly, like that's the only way. I feel like I have to clench there to make it do what it should do. That whole pulling in the TVA.
It's wearing
a waist trainer. All the waist trainer does for me is think, oh sweet, I've got something around my waist. I can relax now because it's going to hold it in.
Yeah,
that's almost like the powerlifting thing, right? Because they put it on and then they push against it even harder.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If the waist trainer's not too tight, then it actually keeps you conscious of your stomach without it doing the work for you. That's
Phil Vids used to make us put a belt on, didn't he, Ben?
Yeah.
Sorry?
I used to do that.
Phil Vids used to make us use a belt, like a normal belt.
Yeah.
He'd make me put like a normal household belt around this part. And that actually did help me a lot. And that's when my waist was the smallest. When I did Tampa in 2018, my waist was pretty tiny. And I think that did help.
Yeah.
Same kind of principle.
It's funny when Antoine was describing to me one day how to do a vacuum, because I was like, how do you do that fucking vacuum? And he's like, it's like you're taking a shit. He's like, you got to pull your butthole in.
That's what I was saying just now. That's what I was just saying.
So you're doing that while you're training?
No, but that's what you should do if you're trying to like keep that tight.
I can't lift. I can't lift.
You know when you see people like training hamstrings, they got their training partner tapping the hamstring, but like, come on. It's going to turn into this. James is going to be squatting and someone's going to be tapping his little arsehole going, come on.
Tuck it in.
But so when you walk out with the barbell, the first thing you got to think about is anus. You got to go.
No, you don't. I mean, that would fuck me up. That would fuck me up so bad. I'd be like,
that's what you got to do. If you want the waistline of a 16-year-old Fouad Abiad, you've got to take 10 steps back and suck up.
No, you know what's fucked about this? The next time I walk a squat out, I'm going to go Hollingshead's bumhole.
That's
fuck.
I fucked you both now. You're both fucked for your next set. At least for one set. Your first set of squats after this episode will be tragic.
Okay,
I squatted yesterday, so I've got a week to get it out of my head.
I know we're being stupid, but seriously.
I'm being honest. I'm being honest to some extent as well, though.
But I can't. I trained with Jordan Shallows one day. Jordan Shallows is I think he goes by the Muscle Doc on Instagram. Very, very, very intelligent.
Good beard.
And he has a great beard, yes. But he worked out with me one day and he was like, you got to hold your stomach like this and you got to do this with this and you got to like, he tried to rearrange my body so much that I just couldn't.
You guys too much.
It was too much over. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, after 20 years, I can't.
I'm just going to lay down.
Yeah. Like everything he was saying made sense.
Yeah.
And
it's a lot to take in.
It's a lot to think about when you're trying to lift. Because when you're trying to lift, you just want to lift.
Yeah. You have to do that during like a reset. You have to pull the weight right down and retrain that kind of shit. You can't I did it with my squat, right? I had my bike accident, was in a wheelchair. The reason I can squat so well now is because I started from ground zero. Like I couldn't walk and then so I started teaching myself basic movement. I untaught all my bad habits.
Yeah.
But we're so far into our kind of programming and how our body has that kind of muscle response to how we train, that to reprogram that is so difficult because we're just naturally doing things in a certain manner. Well, so to force it against what you naturally do, it's crazy.
But one thing you might have, right? Oh, just pull in your abs here, right? But you're saying like, I know the type.
There's going to be scapular. There's going to be
tilt the hip this way, pull the this way, do this, do that. I'm like, wait a second, it's overload.
Yeah. So, The thing is this: I'm training with Paul, and Paul's been training for 10 years longer than I have. So we got a guy that's been. You're yawning a lot, James. Are you okay? You tired? You didn't sleep last night?
I've been playing that Call of Duty. You
need a coffee, man. You want to get a coffee?
Just don't worry.
Maybe get Yana coffee.
Just don't worry. I'm all right. I'm fine.
Okay. Anyway,
I'm a yawner.
You got the two of us that are old fucks that are training in there, and I'm like, it's hard to reteach
old fucks.
Yeah, it's like you get these habits,
new tricks.
Yeah, man. After 20 years, I'm like, I can't reposition my entire body the way you want me to, so I gave up on it. But
it is hard.
Yeah. Anyway, what else is going on? Anything before we get into questions? Anything new?
Anything else happened? Anna, has anything happened? Have we done anything? Is anything good?
Lockdown.
No, it's because lockdown, so we're not doing jack shit.
Yeah, how's lockdown going? Do you guys fight a lot when you're in lockdown?
Nah.
No.
She's been here for long enough now. That's passed.
I have a feeling you don't fight. You don't fight at all, do you, James?
What, with Yannicka?
Yeah.
Not often. We don't fight, do we? Really?
We never fight.
We do sometimes have the odd bicker, and then after 10 minutes, it's gone. It's not anything serious ever, really. To be fair.
What's your fights like? Do you get like loud and fucking?
Oh, I get loud, and she's like, "I fucking hate you," and I'm like, "Go back to Norway," and she's like, "I will." I'm like, and then I'm like, "I'll buy you out. I'm buying the house off you." And it was always the same. And it's like, this is chill.
You're full of shit. I have a feeling your fights are fucking like docile.
No, that's what I just said is what I say always, every time. I'm gonna fucking buy you out.
Is there?
Yeah, I've got nothing else. I've got nothing else to say. I'm like, no.
I've never used that. I'm going to use that in my next fight. I've never used that once. That's a good one.
I don't know what else I can say. There's nothing else I can. She's a good human. It's hard to attack her.
I did say something similar to Denise one time, but it wasn't an argument. I just said the one thing I hate more than anything, the most stressful thing is moving house, right?
Yeah.
I fucking abhor it. So I said, if we ever broke up, you're moving, even though this is her, like I moved in here.
You're moving.
Her parents are next. So I said, I'm not fucking moving again. I'm fucking done with that shit.
You're like, I'm staying here no matter what.
Yeah, I'm like, you're out. You can go live next door with your parents.
Yeah. Our fights are fucking nothing, man. Like after 13 years, we fight. It's like she'll just go upstairs and I'll stay here and I'll sleep on the couch.
And then in this morning, it's all done.
And then in the morning, it's like nothing happened. We just kind of get over it.
It's
I'm not a couch sleeper, man. I couldn't.
It's not because I have to. I have fought with her and then gone and been like, "Fuck you, I'm sleeping in the bed anyway. I don't care."
Yeah.
But I don't know. Sometimes I'll just be like, "Fuck it, I'm staying down here and watch TV."
Sometimes you argue. Sometimes you argue, and then you do go to the bedroom because the argument has installed a certain rage of passion in both of you.
So you're saying you hate fuck.
You can do, yeah. It happens, doesn't it? Sometimes it does.
Joe, I don't think I've ever done that.
I don't think I've done that either.
I have to be into it. I can't be like,
come on. I get a boner every time I have an argument.
So you get okay. This is hilarious.
So I do not argue with him on this podcast. Is what he's saying.
Every time you're angry with me, I get a boner. Every time, without fail.
Are you serious?
That's the one thing that's guaranteed.
What is it? What is it about? What is it? Is it the conflict? What is it that turns you on?
Rage.
I don't know what it is. I just like it.
Is it like you just want to put her in her place? That's why.
Yeah, I want to be like, listen, I'm a man. Don't you get lippy with me? I'll show you something. I think it's
you're fucking hilarious, man. Okay.
It's because I'm not romantic at all. I don't have any romance in my bones. It's terrible. I'm just like, I'm either one way or the other. I'm either not interested at all or you piss me off and I'm having it.
You've never done anything romantic?
Not for years. I'm not really a romantic guy. I don't really have that bone.
How long have you been with Yannicka again? 4 years?
How long have we been together, Yannicka? 5 years, isn't it? About 5 years.
Okay, what about in the beginning? Did you do anything romantic?
Have I ever been romantic, really? No.
You never bought her flowers? You never.
What's that?
Maybe twice.
When? What did I do?
Bought me flowers or something.
So I've only done it like twice. All right, so I've done it about twice. All right. It works. We
appreciate it more the next time it happens in the next 10 years, the one time.
I just find, do you know what? I just find romance corny. I find it really corny. Like I never used to, but then because social media, I see it plastered all over it and people taking pictures with each other and this is me and my wife. Like I get it, but for me, it makes me get a bit sick in my mouth.
Okay, I feel like you're right. If it's like every day, some people are like nonstop about it.
Yeah, and I see a lot of nonstop.
But I'll take a picture with my wife once in a while and post it. And I'm like, because it's not often. So I'm like, I feel like it's okay.
I know everyone does it. And I know it's a nice thing to do. But I don't know. Maybe because I'm oversaturated with it. And I'm like, oh, oof.
Yeah.
I don't know. I should do it. I should walk down the road and, I should walk to the ponds and feed the ducks to my girlfriend and take a picture.
You did.
But for some reason, it's just not in me.
But you did a video with Yannicka a while back, didn't you? You guys went for coffee and we were on the train and all that stuff. I watched that video.
Oh, maybe I did.
Yeah, I remember that video.
Must have been PCT.
PCT James. PCT James is more romantic.
Columbia James is different.
Yeah, I'm not super romantic, but I don't think taking a picture and posting on Instagram is romantic. I just think it's
no. I'm not trying to cuss anybody for doing that. It's good that you do. I wish I was more comfortable with myself in that respect. I'm just for some reason not like that. I don't know why.
I think it shows people a human side. Like when I see Ben's out there fucking smashing 6 plates.
Yeah, and then he's holding the baby the next minute.
Denise is spotting him. I'm like, I don't know, it's kind of cool.
It is cute, to be fair.
I did watch the video back yesterday. I'm like, what the fuck is she wearing? I'm like, love, I'm gonna have to sort your wardrobe out. Like, you're fucking embarrassing me over here. What am I wearing today?
That's a mum thing to do, isn't it? Just like dress comfortable.
She's such a mum, it's ridiculous. She's like, she's got Crocs on, baggies with a fucking none of it matches, and then that Neapolitan ice cream jumper.
Do you know what that tells me? That tells me they're happy. And that's good. It means you're doing a good job.
Tells me she's too fucking comfortable, mate.
she's like, I got him now. I can do whatever. I can just.
I gotta keep her on her fucking toes here. She's getting way too comfy. The granny pants are already out.
I like granny pants. No, am I the only one?
In my understanding of granny pants are the big pants that are like peach color.
No, I'm thinking about like granny. I'm thinking like granny panties, like granny panty underwear.
Yeah,
the full bum.
I'm all about them.
No, man, because you know what? I see so many thongs that it's kind of like a little bit of a turn on when there's the full bums on.
See, I don't, because I don't really follow anything. So like, I want to see some of that.
No, I mean,
want to see it with my wife. I'm like, granny pants when I come home.
No, I mean at home, I see thong. Well, I should it's always thong.
I just see thong.
So I'm like, sometimes a granny panties welcome.
I think so. It's different spice.
You don't think so, James? You're not into it?
No. It's welcome. It's welcome, definitely. I like a French knicker.
What's the French?
The half up the bum cheek. The half.
Yeah, half up the bum cheek, frilly, and they're like that wide on the end, and then they go in.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good pant.
That's the best one.
I don't like the string. Just the.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the string. The one that comes. The thong, like the G string, the proper like fucking cheese grip, the cheese thong. But a normal thong, I'm still like, it's a bit too much.
French are sexy, man. French knickers are sexy.
Okay, but wait, you know the one I'm talking about? It's just like a string and a string.
The one, the stripper thong.
Yeah, you like that or no? I'm not into that one.
No. That doesn't do anything as a pant. It's not even it's literally considered pant.
It's like they're wearing floss, right? That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
That can't be comfortable.
I like a little bit of material.
I'm even not that much into a normal thong either. I'm more of the French knicker, like mini hot pants.
French knicker, the way if it sits on the hips, right? Boom, that's it.
I like a boy cut granny panty. It's like sometimes.
I need to see a picture of this.
You like boys wearing granny panties? This is gone left field for me.
I need to see this granny pant. Can you please see a picture? For my reference, because I don't know what we're on about.
You can't say I like boy and granny pant in the same fucking sentence, Fouad. You can't do it.
Okay, I didn't.
He meant well.
I meant well.
I'm wondering what his granny pants are.
Okay, 1 second. Let me see.
If you start Googling little boys in granny pants, I'm out.
He's leaving. He's going. Conversation over.
So not these. This is not what I'm talking about.
Well, that's what I was picturing.
No, that's why I said peach color. I'm thinking like that's cute. Right?
That's all right. That's all right. To be fair.
I'm not talking all the time. I just mean like
a little change up.
Yeah.
Wait, why is there a fucking hole in that yellow one?
Like this one. Like that's cute, right?
Yeah,
once in a while.
Nice.
Once in a while, this kind of thing is like,
hang on. Go on the types. Go up.
There's a French one there.
There's that grey, the grey chart. No, down. There's a chart. Look at the chart.
Where?
The 9.
This one? This one?
The chart.
On the left.
No, fucking
Up. Is it up on the left? Up.
Oh, this
on the
one.
left.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Here we go.
So
I'm talking proper definition of pants.
I'm talking
What do you mean on
about like boy shorts are cool. See, this is bad. Control briefs. I'm not about.
That's what I was on about. I was on about control briefs.
No.
Oh, hang on. Your boy shorts are what James and I call French knickers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or like
Yeah.
a high cut brief is good. Too.
I prefer the term French fucking knicker to boy
French
shorts.
knicker sounds better than boy
Yeah.
shorts.
Yeah, boy shorts is
Why,
not good.
why is it that you call it that? I wonder.
I don't know why. See, like
'Cause that's a
that.
French
Like
knicker
that.
there.
Like
That's a
that.
French knicker there.
That's cute, right?
That's a French knicker there up.
Where?
Yeah, look, like there up.
This
left,
one?
That one. That's kind of. Well, it's a bit too straight, but it's kind of like that.
Where are you saying, James? Let me see.
No,
Look
no,
at
no,
the bottom
looking
right.
up at the
The
shape
ones
there.
underneath. The ones
It's
underneath
floral.
that one.
It's
Yeah.
floral.
You guys realize?
A lace French knicker is.
Yeah, that left one. Look at the way that sits on the cheek.
You guys realize we're just looking at girls in underwear right now, right?
Well, we're not. We're looking at the underwear on the girls.
That's what I swear. That's what I'm doing. We're trying to just explain what we're talking
We're
about.
just trying to show what panties are good and what aren't. So
Okay, wait. Let me see.
Doing a service. This is a service. Oh, fucking the boy thing freaks me. Can we not put
just so that it comes up, right? This is like okay, so yeah, this is kind of what I'm talking about, but not really.
Type in French knicker though.
This is a doll, by the way. This isn't even a real girl.
Right, type in French. There you go. Look, far left in the black.
yeah.
Halfway down.
This
Well,
oh, that's
Oh, what's going on here?
I don't know.
It might be taken into the wrong website.
yeah.
I think that was honestly.
There you
I
go.
think
This
that was
is
information.
Okay, this is where are you talking about?
Oh wait, these are different. There, look, the black one. Like
the
that.
lace. The
This
black.
one?
Yeah, that's kind of what we're talking about.
This one?
That's why. That's why I like.
Look at this girl though. She has no like nothing. It's just a
It's real. It's
straight.
computer generated. It's a computer generated woman.
It's a straight shot.
You can see that's not a real woman.
Okay, like that. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Like that. Yeah.
What about this? Is this too much?
Yeah,
they're
that's
right.
too much going on for me.
I don't mind that.
This is boring to me. I don't want to watch. I don't want to see this.
That's like overwear, not underwear.
Yeah. See, this is good. I like this.
Yeah.
They're nice because they're not too.
That's
big.
perfect.
There you go.
That's perfect.
Done deal.
Okay.
There you
Okay.
go.
Let's
settle
move,
on that. Move on.
okay, let's move on.
Annika's just laughing her ass off over there.
Why?
She
She
just turned her head and had a look at what we're looking at. She's like,
This fucking pod. I swear to this podcast, man. It's like it was supposed to be about bodybuilding. It's literally about nothing.
This is what bodybuilders think about.
I guess.
More.
I think it's just what guys think about.
true.
All right. What's your biggest achievement or takeaway from this year? Come on, we already know all this. Are easy.
And my son.
Yeah, Ben had a son.
My PS5.
Yeah.
Oh wait, have you got one? Did they take ages to get delivered?
Nah, bro, I got mine quick time. I've had mine since day one.
Did you pre-order?
James.
I just paid way too much.
James.
Yeah.
Would you, if somebody told you you had to give up gaming to win those two shows, would you give up gaming or no? Would you give up gaming? Would you give up gaming to win shows, or would you just be a top 3 for the rest of your life?
No, top 3 ain't enough, bro. I can't be dealing with that. That's
so you would give up gaming to win bodybuilding shows?
That's a really tough question. That's out of order. I don't think that's really fair.
That's out of order.
Right. Would you give up Yannicka or?
Yeah.
Oh, women.
Don't answer that. Don't answer it.
You hear what I said?
Yannicka or gaming?
Gaming will be with me till I'm an old man. So, just keep that. You know.
You really have that? You really like gaming that much that it would be a tough choice for you, or are you just fucking around?
Well, it's a great antidepressant for anyone that has, I'm not saying I'm depressed, but it's a brilliant thing that brings me much joy. So it is really that good.
I'm not disputing that at all, but
no, definitely. That's why I say I think it's really, really an important thing in my life.
Do you think bodybuilding, like, is it equal in passion for you? Like bodybuilding and
no. My bodybuilding passion comes and goes. It's weird. Like sport for me, any sport I've been involved in, it does this. But then that's why I do well, because I come out of a dip and then I usually push hard. So gaming's like a constant. It's always been in the background. So that's like keeps me grounded. And then my pursuit in bodybuilding is kind of like that. Bodybuilding is dramatic. It's 100 or nothing, and it has to be. You can't be 100% all the time. Yeah. So in those times between, how it is. But gaming is like.
But even when you're not like full blown, like full speed ahead bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Like even in my downtime, it's still nothing supersedes it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I would say nothing supersedes it. Definitely. Bodybuilding is everything essentially, because like all that it involves in my life, obviously income, you know, these kind of aspects. But it's definitely up there. It's definitely up there.
And also, like you just said, the downtime is so that you can go back in hard again.
Yeah.
So you're being productive by stepping away so you can go back in harder.
I understand that, but I'm saying like pick your passions other than bodybuilding, right? For me, it's cars, right?
Yeah. Gaming is one of mine.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I love
stories.
I love fucking with my cars. I like modifying my cars, all that shit, blah blah blah. If somebody said to me tomorrow, you have to drive a shitty car for the rest of your life and you can never do anything else but that, or you can bodybuild.
Well,
I would.
So,
you know what I mean? I would give up my car passion.
Okay. You have a Corvette already.
No. Like if I had to get rid of all the,
still got my Corvette. I'll give it up as long as I can keep my Corvette.
No, if I had to give up all the car and just drive like a fucking really shitty car, whatever, you know, I don't think it would be tough. I don't think I could give up bodybuilding for much, man.
No. Sorry, man. I was putting my light on because it's a bit bright.
Like, you know what? With gaming, because I used to game quite a bit, like 5, 6, 7 years ago, especially after my accident. Nowadays, it does the opposite thing that it does for James. Like, I now feel guilty that I've wasted fucking time on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I shouldn't have. I've lost 2, and especially now with a fucking son, I'm like, you're a piece of shit if you spend 2 hours on that while my wife's playing with Phoenix.
Yeah, that's the difference. I probably feel the same if I was a parent.
Yeah,
that's why I'm not. That's why I'm not a parent, because I know, but I still want these small pleasures.
Yeah,
like I need these pleasures still. When the time comes. Yeah.
I think James is in a different place than
I am.
Yeah,
I am.
I'm kind of envious of you, James, a little bit, because I remember being 30 and nothing in the world mattered but bodybuilding. Like it was the only thing that mattered.
Yeah,
it's like it's a nice feeling to have. So
yeah, I like my mindset's just like, you know, I'm just really just live one day at a time and just enjoy it, because I really understand mortality. So I'm just like, you know what, I can't feel that guilt, Ben, because when I play a game, it makes me happy. Obviously, if I had a kid, it'd be different. But right now, I can't feel that guilt.
Yeah.
I'm just doing anything that makes me smile, and I'll just assume. I was
with you 12 months ago, right? When we for that like month where I was home with Luke.
Yeah.
I was there only a year ago. In a year, it's changed. It's like it's not like I was that selfish prick a year ago. Yeah. So it's very recent in my mind. I'm like,
I wouldn't say you're selfish. I wouldn't say you was a selfish prick. I mean, you just didn't have the responsibilities you have now. Therefore, you could spend more time on your personal, you know, preferences rather than have to externalize with other people. Because now you're responsible. I'm not. I'm only responsible for my mortgage and my house.
I just act like I'm responsible.
Yeah.
James, you said you understand mortality. What does that mean? Because I don't know if I don't know. Like I don't know how true that is for everybody, or even. Like, can you explain that? Because I know people say that they're like, "Oh, I understand mortality because I'm going to die one day," but I don't think people live their lives like that.
I just think going through situations like yourself and I have been through with a parent loss, it's like, I don't know, it resonates with you on a daily basis and it never leaves. That day, from that day forward, you're a different person, because you just understand. Like the one person that's invincible to you is whoever raised you, because they're like the be all and end all. And when they're gone, everything does change, and it makes you feel a certain way where you know you've got to grab life by the balls and not be frightened to make moves and just do things. So, you know, and I spent my life looking at my mother growing up thinking, it sounds bad, but I was like, you could be more than this, Mum, you deserve more than this. But then I didn't really understand that everything she was doing and all the hard work it was just to make sure that me and my sister would be in a safe place. So everything she done was to pay for a house, so that when she passed away, that me and my sister had half a house each. That was her life. That was her goal. That was her vision. So then I'm just trying not to take for granted everything that she did and everything that I can do, you know, everything that's around me and the people I meet and the friends I know. And because, especially because of the world we live in right now, everything going on, things are crazy. And I just know that tomorrow isn't promised. So just fucking enjoy it.
You know, I don't think I understand it as much as you. When my dad passed, I think I want to feel the way you're talking about, but I still don't think I realize my mortality. But what I did learn from it was when my dad passed, in the during the wake, when the speeches were read.
Yeah.
It makes me think about my life and how I'm living my life, because I'm like, I wonder what people will say when I'm gone.
Say it yours. You know, what will people be saying when you're the one that's no longer like, you know, here?
Yeah. So sometimes when I'm trying to make decisions in life, I think to myself, what will this mean when I'm not here?
Yeah.
So I guess
think that's a good way to approach, you know, your life.
Yeah.
I always
That's
think.
why I'm.
Go on, Ben.
Go ahead, Ben.
I was just gonna say every decision I make is literally, I just run it past what my mum would say. I always just go, what would she think of this? Is this the right one or the wrong one? And then
I wish I could do. My dad would be pissed off at me if I did. If I.
You do.
Yeah. He'd be like, you fucking idiot. What are you doing? Yeah.
Go on, Ben. What was you saying, brother?
I said mine's the same thing, but I'm passing it down now. So I'm where your mum was, right?
Yes, of course.
My thought process is, how do I make you proud of me? How do I make myself what James saw in his mum? How did that, you know?
Parents are incredible. I think there's good parents are incredible. I got one shitbag dad that never turned up, but a good parent, there's nothing like it, and it's it just makes me realize that anyone that has their parents still around out there, like, don't take them for granted, because you get one run with them, and they're the most important people on the planet, and there's no one that compares.
My mom, my mom's actually sick right now, but she's doing better.
Good.
Yeah, she had a bad diagnosis about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's been on my mind, but she has been getting treatments every day, and actually she's doing a lot better now. So it's weird, you know. I don't know if you ever felt this with your mom, James, or I don't know if you've ever felt this with your parents, Ben, but when they told me my mom was sick, I'm like, she's gonna be fine.
Yeah, because they're immortal. That's what I was trying to say. You can't understand their mortality.
No, but this is a
forever present force. But
this is a difference. When my dad was sick, I mean, it took my dad a couple heart attacks before I finally sunk in, but because he had three. Wow. The third one was the one. But even after the first one, I'm like, he's gonna be okay. And then, but I still knew, like, I'm like, he's getting old. He's sick. Like, I kind of knew, like, his time was coming.
Yeah.
Whereas my mom is actually older than my dad was. Yeah. And
you don't have that feeling.
Her diagnosis is worse. And I'm like, she's gonna be fine. And then now she's turning out like she's going to be okay, I think. And it's actually just making my resolve. It's making the way I think about her worse, because I just think she's going to live forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. It's really hard. It's where you put your energies. I go to bed at night sometimes, guys, and I think about my mum, and the thoughts revolve around, and they can be quite sad and quite depressing, because at times all I can see is her last days. Yeah. And then it's up to you then to, like, kind of reconfigure those thoughts about all the positives, you know, the memories of the good times, the things that they've said and the things that they've done. I don't know what to, you know, I enjoy talking about my mum, because it means that she's still relevant and she still matters. But I have to say, like, you know, some nights I go to bed and I have nightmares. You know, I have these nightmares of her in her last days and seeing her in her, you know, I was there throughout the whole process, and it was tough. But I do think in all of this that she would have been happy that I was there, and if she can talk to me now, then she'll say you'll be better off for experiencing what you have, as much as it is tough.
Can I ask you a personal question? You don't have to answer it if you don't want to.
Of course, no, I'm
open. How long did it take you before you kind of knew, like, she was headed that way? Like, were you in disbelief the whole time, or was it like you kind of figured it out eventually?
My mum, I thought my mum was going to be ill a lot earlier in my life, because she smoked like a fucking trooper. She used to smoke, and I was like, you're gonna fucking get ill. I used to say it as a teenager all the time, and then nothing ever happened. Nothing bad ever happened. I was like, fuck's sake, you lucky bitch. And then when this came like, you know, in 2019, and it came fast.
Yeah.
You know, she was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer literally immediately, which is very far through. That's like kind of terminal.
Yeah.
And she was clinging on. She was doing a good job. And then, you know, I got this phone call. I was out in, where was I? I was out in Barcelona doing like a 3-day seminar training camp, like in a gym for a few friends of mine. And she phoned me and she said, I'm in hospital. And she said, I don't want you to come home yet. I want you to finish your, you know, what you're doing. And it was kind of from then that I knew it was going to be accelerating and things were going to come quick. Okay. I think it took a few more months, but once it started to accelerate, once we brought her home from the hospital, I went and picked her up on my own and I took her home, and she was absolutely exhausted just leaving the hospital, like just going from her bed to the car, and it just upset me massively. And I thought, you know, I wish I could I want to keep her in hospital, because I feel like we can't look after her. And we got her home and she didn't leave her bed ever again. Wow. It was really sad. Yeah.
I remember you talking about it. If I correct me if I'm wrong, but you talked about it quite a bit online, didn't you, at the time?
Yeah, because I felt I felt like there's people out there that have similar situations, and you could really internalize it and leave it inside, and it can burn on you. And I just think it's better to talk. Like, even if it hurts you when you're talking, even if you cry when you're talking, at least it's not being, held inside.
You know the way you felt about when we were talking about sharing you and your girlfriend and all that, how you felt it was corny. I kind of feel that way about this stuff. Like when my dad died, I didn't really say anything online or anything. And not that it's corny, but I feel like
you said that. Yeah.
I'm like, that's not really like, I don't want to, but it's funny. People don't know what you're going through when they're talking to you online. Like they don't know what's kind of going on in your own life.
Yeah. So, I had a few friends that lost their mothers before me. So it kind of, I don't know, I felt like I was able to talk because I'd seen it before. One of my best friends in school, mother passed away from a brain hemorrhage when we were like 14.
Yeah.
And then obviously I'm friends with Joe Binley. He lost his mum, a few years back. There's a few people that have been through that situation. So I didn't feel alone. I felt like if I started to talk a little bit, maybe then someone would feel how I felt because those guys have told me about their situations.
Yeah.
Or at least understanding that it happens. Because we didn't understand death at 14 years old. And then my friend comes to school with a bottle of beer in his hands, crying his eyes out, saying, my mum's gone. And I was like, what do you mean gone? You don't know about mortality at 14.
Yeah.
And then when she, he obviously explained, and then everything became more apparent from even back then. You realize that people don't last forever, and you have to do your best to enjoy the time you have with them, because it's not forever.
Yeah.
Not in a morbid way, but just make more of a fucking effort.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I struggle with it because I'm like, I feel like sometimes our social medias are kind of our journals. Like we put out so much about ourselves.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I know there's people out there that, like, let's say I wrote something about my mom, right?
Yeah.
I know there's people out there that are going to be like, oh, you're just looking for sympathy. Fuck it. So I don't even want to deal with it. So I just don't even say shit. I'm like,
yeah, but then the amount of people that resonate with you and give you positive feedback from such a message always outweighs the bad, I find.
This is
the people that I relate to through these situations far exceeds the negative press. Right.
Yeah.
And you feel good because it's off your back.
That's why you have to look at it, because like you said, and we've spoken about this countless times, you can have 1,000 positive messages and then you'll get one that's a dick, and it just sits here.
No, but this one's a little different.
No, I know, but what I mean is you're anticipating that you're going to get that one, and I guarantee that if you put something out like that, you would have more of a positive impact than you would a negative, right?
But it's not. Yeah, but that's really a small part of it. To be completely honest with you, I'll share everything about myself online. Like on this podcast, we talk about everything.
Some things about family, you feel.
But when it comes to my family and stuff, I'm a little bit, I don't know.
That's what I mean, but it's also a useful thing. That's also a useful thing because it probably helped James as much as it's helping everyone else. And that was his outlet. That was allowing him to process it as well.
Yeah.
I think there's no wrong answer, because if you feel that you should keep things private, that's absolutely fine. Some people, you'll never know what's happened in their life, and that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I feel like I walked down a path where I allowed people in, and I'm kind of down that road now, and I don't mind. I suppose I've walked down here so long now that I consider the people, even though I don't know everyone that follows me, I feel like they're part of what I do. And therefore I don't mind being open. It doesn't think it is attack sometimes, but oh well.
I don't
think it is.
Go ahead, Ben. Sorry. No, go ahead.
I was saying that sometimes, because I'm pretty open access, right, on my social media.
Yeah.
And James is too, and I think sometimes the negativity can come from it where people think it's orchestrated or tactical.
Yeah.
And that we're not just
talking.
It's not real, Yeah. And that's why I think I try to be. I'm just open. I'm like, hey, everything's out there, but some of it's good, some of it's bad, but it's not tactical. I'm not putting stuff out there. You're not trying to obtain a certain response. There's not an agenda. There's not an agenda. It's just I just go boom. I don't know how else.
Sometimes you just want to talk. That's all.
We're human beings, and what's on our minds is sometimes nice just to get out and share among friends and just see what each other's opinion is on the matter, because we don't know the answers.
I think what you said, James, is probably the most important thing was there's no wrong answer. You just got to do what feels good to you. As far as being open, I think everybody knows everything about me. Like I said, I think sometimes when it comes to family or my wife, or I don't want to harm them. And I also feel like I'm very protective of the people around me.
Yeah. And they haven't chose this life.
That's right.
They have.
That's right.
So you have, if it's almost like to even talk about these people, like really, there should be some sort of consent because they might not want their business shared.
That's true.
Yeah. Fortunately, my mum didn't mind because she just knew that it's weird that it all kind of is part of my bodybuilding path because, these are obstacles and interceptions that are trying to prevent you from your goal. And I kind of just wanted to show that even though there are these hardships that you can still achieve. And that's kind of why my mum wasn't, I suppose she was never negative about me talking about it. She was just like, you got to do what you got to do. And if it resonates with a few people along the way, then so be it. But
you are right. Like, you are right. Cause it does impact, like I'm very open and that impacts Denise, right? And like you said, you're like, and so because Denise is, I mean, she's an IFBB pro, she's in this industry. You wouldn't really tell from her Instagram. It's
quiet.
all very home. And it's just like her family and her kid. Like it's a normal person's Instagram, right? Although she's in this industry, her Instagram doesn't portray that.
Yeah.
And like I've come along and I'm like, hey, well, this is what I do. And now, and then her following's gone up, and then people that follow me now follow her, and the wives follow, and they start messaging her, and she's like doesn't really know. She's like, oh, I did. And most of it is positive. But it's still not what she signed up for.
That's right.
Like she was like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And like you said, then anything that is just comes back around on you, if the more open you are, they're coming along for the ride,
Yeah.
Good or bad.
Yeah, definitely. But
okay.
Yannicka,
we went way off there.
Can I have a drink, please?
What are your goals for this year? I think that's a good one.
I've got big goals. My goals are higher.
Well, I know that can be a really vague question. So why don't we pick like 3 specific goals?
All right.
You go first, somebody.
Ben, you go first, my friend. I dabble. I don't talk too much.
You don't talk too much. That's what we're doing.
Specific goals. I'll do one bodybuilding one, which will be to qualify for a national level show, whichever, whatever Patrick decides. Hopefully I'm ready by March, April time. We can start prep. 2, to strike a good balance between my client work and my family life, because right now I do not have that. I suck at it, and I'm neglecting. I'm trying to forge the balancing act between business. Like I said, I've always been, up until recently, where James was, where I could be like, I just worry about me, myself, and I. Right now, I'm like, how do I balance those two?
There's no such thing as balance.
Yeah. Well, one thing I'm guilty of doing is having this thing by me all the fucking time, right?
Yeah.
And my clients have access to that. So I'll shut down my laptop, go and lay in bed, we'll put a film on, and my phone will go off, and my instinct is just to go da-da-da. And she doesn't say anything, but I can see the look.
Yeah.
She'll just glance across, and I can just, and then my paranoia is like, she's fucking. She'll never say anything, but I'm like, in her head, I'm letting her down, and I want to stop. I want to stop letting her down as much.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just distracted by Fouad was saying his mouth. I wasn't sure where it was. I was trying to work out where it was.
It's the Starbucks stopper.
I thought it was a green pixel on the screen. I thought something had gone wrong, and then I realized it was moving.
All right,
so that's true. So it's managing the two, isn't it? It's like managing rather than balance. Like maybe isn't real, but management of.
It's crazy.
She deserves a bit more of my time, and the time that I do give her needs to be about her.
What's crazy? What's crazy about that? You said you want to be. Your bodybuilding goal came before your wife.
It was not a specific order.
I'm just joking.
No, I know, but I wasn't going to give a bodybuilding one, and then like, I'll run a bodybuilding podcast because I don't really have bodybuilding aspirations.
This is not a bodybuilding podcast, right? Like we don't barely talk about bodybuilding.
Yeah,
we just talked about death for like 20 minutes.
We did.
I think that's the right way around. I think we're trying to work out how to manage life with bodybuilding, right?
That's right.
No, bodybuilding for me, I'm not trying to be a pro. I'm not trying to be James. I'm not trying to be Mr. Olympia. I just feel like I have more to give myself.
Why did you say James and not me?
Yeah, Ben.
Because you called me small and shit earlier, so fuck you.
Is it because my looks are more?
James has always got my back. You give me backhanded compliments like loaded.
It's only because I love you. It is.
This is it.
No,
I believe in negative motivation.
Yeah, it's working. Fuck you. I'll show
It is
you.
my whole bodybuilding career. Everybody told me I was shit. Like my friends, they're like, you suck. You're horrible, and that would make me work harder.
You're horrible.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry I cut you off again, Ben. Go ahead.
No, I mean, like, I'm not trying to be a pro. I just want to see how far I can go for me. Like, I don't know. You know, I've said this for me.
I got you.
Well, whatever happens is a byproduct of your personal wants to just improve.
Yeah, like I'm not.
If it lands you somewhere like that, then it lands you somewhere like that.
Exactly. I'm not intentionally avoiding and be like, nope, I refuse. It's not like I have a problem with the IFBB and I
don't give me a pro card.
Yeah, I'm not in that position. I'm just like, it's not my driving force. My driving force is something else. And if I end up there, then so be it. But that's not why.
Often that's the way. Often that is what will lead to the best result. Passion first, everything else
after.
James, what are your goals for this year?
I want a top 6 at Olympia. As crazy as that sounds, but I feel like some of the key players ain't going to be there. I think it's open. I want a top 6, and it's a lot to ask, but I'm gonna fucking do it.
Okay, we'll finish I want to go back to that, but what other goals do you have this year? Is there one or two more that are specific that you know about, or no? Other than winning like the World Gaming Championship of whatever.
World Gaming Championship, esports. I might just to continue chipping away on my mortgage. It'd be nice to do that.
Yeah.
Other than that, really, there's not a lot of goals because I'm so fixated on the one, because that one's a big ask.
Well,
if that goal wasn't such a big ask, there would be many more. But I just know what it'll take for me to do that and achieve and deliver. It's going to be very, very linear.
I'm not going to be your friend for a minute. I'm going to be a fan, and I want you to answer my questions as a fan.
Go
Go
on.
So I think it's possible for you to be top 6 because I think you and Akeem would be a good battle, and I'm not sure who would win. It's actually I think you guys are pretty close, but I think top 6 is achievable. But at the same time, I'm saying that we also have a few people that weren't there this year, so I don't know who's leaving. I mean, Dexter won't be there, but you have no, I know, but I'm just saying, like, Dexter won't be there, but I don't know who else from the top 6 won't be there. They're all going to be there. Phil might not be there. Well, Dexter was in the top 6. Ben's right. So Phil won't be there. He was in the top 6.
Roden will probably be back.
But Roden will be back, possibly. Kai might be back, possibly. If Kai's not back,
I'm coming for Kai.
And then what about, you got Sergio, you got Cedric, you got a bunch of other guys. So
I think I'm fresher than them and better looking.
Argue with that.
I'm not arguing it. I'm just a fan asking questions.
Sam, man, if they're basing it on looks at the Olympia, then I'm winning.
I don't think subjectively, I like Cedric. I don't think he's a threat to James at the Olympia.
I've got Cedric's number. I'm going to give him mind games before. I'm going to get on I'm going to WhatsApp him some dodgy.
I think Cedric doesn't get enough credit. I think he comes in, his conditioning is not always consistent, but when it's weird. Even when his conditioning is not 100%, he still manages to beat a lot of people.
Listen, Cedric is very good. I've stood next to him. I've been tanning in the same room. He's a freak. He's very good. To underestimate Cedric is a mistake.
Yeah. I didn't say he's not good.
No. I know. I didn't say.
I just said I don't think he's going to be a problem for James come next December.
I think he'll be a problem. I don't know if he'll beat him. But I think he'll be a problem.
If all goes as I expect, the trajectory I expected this year occurred with Patrick. What I anticipated happened. And if the same trajectory and the same understanding of where I can arrive happens, then I will be a problem.
That would be that would be.
That's what I'm saying, because Cedric's trajectory isn't going to be still doing this, right?
Yeah,
he's going to be a similar animal that we've seen before.
Well, wow, my voice just cracked. Well, answer me this, Ben, and let's pretend James is not here at the moment.
Do it, please.
Does Cedric beat Ben? Does Cedric beat James from the British? A good like Cedric's best. Is Cedric's best?
Yeah, Cedric's best. But when was he
Cedric's best when it? What?
No. I know. Well, this is I already.
Sorry, I'm joking.
Yeah, you're not here, James. I already said that Ben's not Ben. That Cedric is off and on, right? So we're not like just put that there. So all I'm saying is. And I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm just playing devil's advocate, right? Like he's not easy to beat, but I'm not saying James can't beat him. I'm saying
I'm not saying it's a walkover. What I'm saying is, and you're probably right. If you take their previous bests, both of them, Cedric's best, which was that Arnold in what
2016 or something, 16, 17.
That James' current best doesn't beat, but I think
he'll catch up.
I think the next time we see James on stage is going to be his best is going to be here, and I think this year's going to be here.
Shoot past it, yeah.
And it's going to be a big progression again. I can't see that not happening. Whereas Cedric, even if he hits his best again, now James's new look, I think, is going
caught up, or even better. Yeah.
A fraction, So, like I say, in the past, obviously Cedric's dangerous.
So okay, that's fine. I agree with kind of most of what you just said. Let me ask you this though: is Sergio then more of a threat?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he's
in my eyes,
because he's
and then we also we don't talk about a lot is Nathan.
Oh, Nathan's fantastic. I mean, Nathan's brilliant. Nathan's amazing. Nathan's a great bodybuilder. I just don't know what his situation is with getting to the States. That's why I haven't really.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting, James. I'm obviously rooting for you, but it's like that top 6 is so like that.
I know
that number like 5. I don't even know. Maybe 5's locked up too because Bonak's really good, but it's like that 6, 7, 8, 9 spot is very, very open because there's like Ian and there's James and there's Sergio, there's Nathan, there's Cedric.
Listen, I can shoot myself in the foot here, but I have to be confident. And I think if my body goes where it can go, I think even the Bonac that was on the Olympia stage this year, I'll be able to stand next to.
If it goes where I think you expect it to go.
It's a crazy assumption, but I have to assume, because if I don't assume and feel that way, then what's the point of me putting my foot to the gas and getting in the gym? Just because I don't think Bonac's the Bonac of last year. I think he's still amazing, but I don't think he's on an upwards trajectory. And I'm just going to say it because I'm a young bodybuilder trying to come up and take my place. It is what it is.
I don't think you're wrong.
He wipes the floor for me. It's all good.
No, you're not wrong. Bonac's an amazing bodybuilder, but there's not much more for him to do to get better because if he gets bigger, he's only going to ruin his shape. So it's only conditioning and detail that he can improve on, which is already incredible.
He's pretty consistent. He's pretty consistent with those. So
this is just the fun of bodybuilding. We have to have belief in ourselves, and we have to challenge the curve. And I want to challenge the curve because that's what we do. Otherwise, there's no point in being a pro.
It's exciting for me because you're on here with us every week, and I'm going to get to watch you kind of march along this thing and see what happens next year. It's going to be fucking awesome. So we're
going to march very hard. So I'll tell you that now.
It's going to be interesting, man. I can't wait to see it. Let's see.
I'm just because my wife hasn't bought me a drink. I'm going to grab a drink and I'm coming right back.
Okay,
you're okay with that?
Of course. How much behind the scenes time and effort does each of these podcasts take? What do you think, Ben? How much effort do we put into these?
I do fuck all. I just sit here and click accept when I'm. So I told you. I said this so many times now. I'm like, you're the coach, and I'll sit on the bench until I'm told to play, and then all right, I'm up.
I don't know, man. It's a little bit of work to do the podcast. I got to line people up. I got to make sure everything's edited and posted properly and all that shit. But it's not I don't know. Anyway,
you don't do a lot of like massive editing, right?
I don't mean editing like editing. The videos aren't edited at all.
No, but you know how like you look at Nick Strength and Powers videos or something, and a lot of it's this, that's time consuming, right?
The time consuming part is I got to do the timestamps when I upload to YouTube and shit. I got to just downloading from here I download to another software to put up like the overlays and stuff. It just takes time. It's not hard. It's not editing like Nick Strength and Power. That shit's like, he's doing overlays with different videos and with graphics, and I don't do all that shit. It's a little bit time consuming, but it's definitely fucking worth it, man. Who is the standout from the whole show? Who's the standout from the whole Olympia in every division? Who do you think stood out the most out of all classes everywhere that made the biggest impact this year?
It's hard to deny Rami of that, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
Rami encompasses the word bodybuilding right now. Like I said, if you show my dad or an average person the lineup, and they weren't in any order and said, who's the best bodybuilder here? they're all picking Ramy, right?
Yeah.
You can't. You see, he's undeniable. He's
Is
so
that,
big.
Is it the biggest story though, because it took him so long and it was so much like people were like, why isn't he winning? And then all of a sudden he won. Is he the biggest story of the whole show?
I think so. I think he's Mr. Olympia in everyone's eyes that just never did it, right? That never.
No, I know, but is there a backstory somewhere that was bigger? You know, like Bumstead coming back better.
I think Bumstead was always a given, right?
Yeah, I think people thought he was going to win. I don't really think there's a bigger story myself.
No.
Okay.
Maybe post Olympia with the Shanique Grant retirement is eclipsed in that, because for me, genetically, she's one of the most gifted bodybuilders there's ever been.
I feel like people are attacking her a lot for retiring. It's really fucked up.
I think that what I brought up last week, because Ian was had a fitting about it, but I knew that she'd been planning it for a while, and I think when you consider that.
But let me ask you a question. This is the part of the industry that bothers me. Let's say she wasn't planning it. Let's say she lost and she's like, it sucks. I don't want to lose. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm fucking retiring. Yeah. Who fucking cares? Why? I just don't get the vitriol, like the anger. Like, it's her fucking choice. She's the one putting in the time.
Because people would like to be angry and have opinions, right?
You can have an opinion. It doesn't have to be angry. You can just say, man, I wish she would still compete. She's got an amazing physique.
Yeah, I do. That's how I think. I think, damn, it's a shame because you have so much.
Yeah.
I hate offering that word, but potential, right?
Yeah.
And I think the bitterness comes where so many of us that don't have her genetic potential are killing ourselves. Like Ian said, for 15, 20 years, my joints are all busted. I'm hurting all over the place. And I don't have a fraction of her success. And I give it.
Yeah.
What I mean?
What I said, James, was I don't understand people's anger, no matter what the situation. Even if she's just having an emotional fit and she's like, you know what, fuck this, I want to retire because I didn't win and I think I should have won.
That's her opinion. It's up to her, isn't it?
She's the one that's got to go to the gym and train. She's the one that's got to eat the fucking meals.
I think it's bitterness. I think it's a little bit of jealousy in there, envy, whatever you want to call it, where people were like, "Oh, if I had what she had, I wouldn't." But you don't have what she has. You don't live in her shoes. You're not in her shoes. You don't know what she's going through on behind the scenes, anything else. So to judge people off their own decisions.
Yeah, so I know we were trying to work out why, and we were assuming, but we never said she's wrong in her decisions, and she's not wrong. It's her decisions.
Like I said to Fouad, I just think it's as a fan, I'm sad because I'm like, we never get to see her again, right?
So I'm trying
shame.
So I'm trying to think of a time when there was somebody I really liked that retired, and before, like for example, like Khabib, right? Khabib's.
I was going to say,
going back to MMA, Khabib just retired. One of debatably the greatest MMA fighter ever, or at least the greatest record. Yeah. I wasn't like, oh fuck that guy. Why is he fucking I'm like, oh, cool, man. I'm like, this sucks. I wish he would stick around.
But then so many people get that way. They get like aggressive. I don't know why.
But then
like the person owes them something. Owes them to stick around.
Look at when Ronda Rousey retired, and she was slightly on the losing streak, and people shit on her because of it.
You know why though? There's a difference. It's their demeanor. Ronda Rousey was so she seemed so aggressive in her attitude towards everybody that she had built up this, like, people wanted her to retire. Like, they wanted to hate her. You know what I mean? I don't think Shanique Grant's ever done that, has she?
I don't see that.
I don't know. I just don't. I mean, I understand having a constructive conversation about she should stick around. She could probably win a bunch of more Olympias, blah, blah, blah. But I don't understand the anger part of it. I just don't get that personally. So anyway.
You just got to shut people off like that. Fucking.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying it bothers me. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why people do that. Is all.
Yeah.
Rank these from best to worst. Oh, this is going to be waffles, pancakes, or French toast.
There is no better or worse in there. It's all.
Of course, there is. Pancakes are the best.
Are they though?
No. See, a good waffle, a good chicken Chicken and waffles. Fuck me.
I've never had chicken and waffles.
All right. Well, you're out of this conversation then until you've had it. Come back. Go this weekend. That's your homework. Go get chicken and waffles. Not from IHOP. Get a good mom and pop shop. Chicken and waffles, maple syrup. Come back to me. We'll have.
I feel like we're all in a different space here because he said fucking pancakes. You said waffles,
and you think it's French toast.
Not. Oh, I'm French. I'm hard on French toast too. That's why I said this is bollocks.
Okay, wait a minute.
Still shit.
Pancakes.
I had French toast with Luke Carroll.
Yeah,
and it was fucking lovely.
I think that now that we've talked about it, I think I'm going to order some pancakes. Actually, right now while we're on the podcast, I'm going to
do it, please.
Skip the dishes, some pancakes. No, seriously, think about it. Pancakes. You have chocolate chip pancakes, blueberry pancakes.
You can have them savory.
You can make the same argument about French toast.
Yeah, but
wait, have you had the stuffed French toast where they put the cream in the fucking?
Yeah, that's good.
That's delightful.
But I also
think French toast wins.
I also don't like things that are too extravagant. Pancakes are plain. You can have just plain pancakes with syrup, and they're awesome.
You don't like things that are too extravagant.
How many liters is your motor?
Someone.
Now we're going back. We're going back to the flashy argument. What do I like that's extravagant?
Someone help me out here.
What do I like that's extravagant? Come on, seriously.
Okay.
Your labels on your products are extravagant.
I have a lot. That's passion. That's different.
Wait. Didn't you just wrap your truck?
Yeah, I did.
And you're gonna put wheels on it.
Wait, what was that?
I already did.
I already did.
Live on air. What is this? Is this a self-portrait to go above your bed?
Yes, I bought myself a self-portrait. I got to put it on my wall. No, I wanted to.
It's that picture of you tackling the bull by its horns. The one that fucking.
Yeah, it's one of those. No, I got this for Christmas. I got a bunch of these. My wife bought me 4 of these things.
Is it a picture of a Big Mac?
Yes.
It's literally a McDonald's poster.
I really want to get him
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Picture. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get a picture of a Big Mac and send it to you.
Think about how awesome that would be. So, listen. So for Christmas, my wife bought me a bunch of stuff for like a new kind of a cigar room.
Your man cave.
Yeah, maybe I might put like a card table in there or something. So
That's a cool room.
Yeah, so she got me like a bunch of these
black and whites,
framed black and white. Isn't that fucking badass?
That's really cool.
So I got this one.
That's not the conventional one, right? Have you got the one of him standing over? Who is it? Sonny this.
I got that one too.
Yeah.
I got that one too. I think it's this one.
That's a powerful image. Yeah, where you stood over him and you're like,
I just want to know how the fuck you got a cigar room. Like, I ain't got no spare rooms. I need a cigar room.
Well, you need to move to
Canada. You live near London, mate. You ain't getting any other.
You need to move. You need to move to Canada, James. It's cheaper to live here.
I got a spare house on my land, mate. You got to turn out. I've got a cigar house.
Where should I go?
You need to move, brother.
Texas.
I think I can do.
Move to Texas. It's the new hub.
I could sell my house and I could buy something a lot bigger elsewhere.
You could. That's why. Listen, that's why I live in this city. So I used to live in Toronto, and we moved back. We moved back to because I was born and raised in Windsor. Windsor's about three hours from Toronto.
Okay.
My house here, I couldn't afford it in Toronto. It's like it would cost me 3 or 4 times the amount to live there. So I'm like, why would I do that? So I just said, fuck it. So I live here.
It's true.
Yeah.
And we're moving to Canada.
This house with the land in the UK.
Oh man,
yeah. So anyway, I pulled out the picture because you guys said I like extravagant shit. I don't like extravagant shit. I just like cool shit. That's not extravagant.
You just said you moved 3 hours away so you can live in a big fucking fancy house.
It's not it's not. I just want
because you couldn't afford the house you wanted in Toronto. You moved so you could have the big flashy house with the marble fucking floor, big entranceway, your cigar room.
Yeah, but that's that's an investment. It's different.
How many people have a cigar room in their house? Flashy Fouad.
I don't have one. I'm building one. I don't have one yet.
Fucking.
It's in the process of. It's in the process of.
Okay, let me just say this. I don't have kids. So, what's the point? Like, what are you supposed to do with your time? Right? Am I supposed to I don't game. I don't have. So I'm like, I like to do stuff like try and achieve things, build things, buy things.
But hey, it's okay to be flashy. Why don't I get why you're so defensive about being not flashy? It's okay.
But is it flashy though?
See, because your perception of flashy is what? Like a fancy watch and a Ferrari.
My perception of flashy is like it's a guy's persona. It's not what he has. Right? Like I could be driving a Ferrari and still not be flashy.
Yeah, if Fouad starts doing these posts on Instagram, when they stand like this.
No. It's the one,
and they're like real recognize real.
No, it'd be worse.
And they got a fresh beard trim, and it's really, really neat. And they're normally in Dubai.
It would be worse if he put a hostile shirt on and stood in front of his Corvette and posed.
I did that.
Like that.
You fucking asshole. That was a marketing thing. It's
different.
Okay. What?
Listen, I was going to say something. For some reason, this came to my mind, and we can talk about this later if you want.
Sure.
Because it's nothing to do with what the fuck we're on about. But Brad Rotor is quad playing basketball.
Brad Rotor is quad playing basketball recently?
Off the bone. Yeah, literally like 2 days ago. So anyway, that was that just sprang to my mind. So yeah.
He constantly hurts himself doing because he's used to be an athlete, and I just see him. I like Brad, right? But he seems to be like putting his body in really dangerous situations, considering
too big to jump hoops.
250 pounds.
I did want to wish him good recovery.
Yeah, we all wish him a good recovery. You can't build the amount of muscle that he has and still be athletic. Or if you can, but you're risking.
You're gonna get injured. Yeah.
So, okay, going back to what we're saying, I need to figure this out. Is being flashy having nice things, or is being flashy a personality trait? Or is it both? Or can it be either?
I think being flashy is how you perceive, how you show yourself to your following. Like if you're perceiving yourself to be something that's just very much materialistic. I find it's the materialistic, but if you're forcing materialistic things down people's throats, is what I find flashy. You can have materials, you don't have to, like, you can own everything you own. Yeah. You don't post about it every day, whereas other people post about it every day.
Yeah, I'm admittedly materialistic. I like shit. I like buying shit.
But then you're materialistic, but that's within your realm, your world.
Yeah.
And then there's hey world, look at this.
See, that's what I think. That's what I think flashy is when you're trying to show everybody what you have to make yourself feel better. If I take a selfie and my house is in the background, that's not the same thing. It's like, I'm not like, look at my floors. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean?
No.
Ben, you're thinking something.
No, I'm agreeing. I see your point, but then I'm also like, do you ever take a picture and go, no, I'm not taking it in this room because the room's a bit of a die. It looks a bit shitty. I'm going to move to the nice room.
No, I swear to God, I've never done that. Wherever I'm sitting, if I feel like taking a photo, that's where I take the photo. I don't stage my photos, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I've never done that. Yeah. The only time I stage a photo is if it's actually for like a marketing campaign, like the thing with the Corvette. That was actually for like the shirts we were trying to sell.
I was only giving you a hard time.
No, I know. I'm just, and I'm not saying this to defend myself. I'm actually trying to figure out. I think it's an interesting conversation to try and figure out what makes somebody flashy. Or
so I think I'm less flashy now.
You're flashier. I think Ben's flashier than I am.
Because I'm flashy about my son. I'm like, yeah, look at my son.
No. Because I think flashy is like your Metro.
So that's not okay. Wait. That's not flashy though.
But flashy is like the way you dress, and like you have the bandanas and the fucking tattoos everywhere, and like it's a flashy. Like to me, that's flashy, right? But it's not bad. That's just who you are.
Well, hang on. Let me go back to my original point. I was more off of your definition of flashy, which is like putting things out there. Look what I've got. Look, I was more flashy when I had less than I am now that I've got more.
I got that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm older and more mature, and I give a shit less. But I have more material things now that I don't post. I intentionally keep off of social media because I'm like, I'm gonna look like a flashy cunt here. Yeah. Than I did 5 years ago when I was trying to be like, oh, look, like, take notice of me.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
It's a tough question. You know, I've asked somebody else this before on the podcast. What is that noise? What are you doing, James?
I ain't doing nothing, am I?
That looks so suspicious. That is.
I've swallowed food down the wrong hole, and I'm trying to do the back of my chair up so it's not falling down.
It looked like you were having a little fiddle, mate.
Looks like you're having a
Did it
wank.
look like that?
Yeah, it did. It did.
You look like a koala. So I was like, "Whoa."
If I was having a wank, you'd be able to see it. It'd be
Okay.
like that.
All right.
And now he's got some testosterone back in his system. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
He just needs Janet to come shout at him.
I think James is the least flashy of the three of us.
Yeah.
Well, I would say, look what I'm wearing, but Ben's wearing the same.
What? Okay.
James
You know
got
what I mean?
flashy glasses on.
I'll be like, look, fucking, I've got a PlayStation hat on, and a fucking pair of orange glasses and a fucking lumberjack top.
But that's a style.
Is it? Is it
So
style
what-
or is it not?
You didn't-
You see what I mean? It's because it's James, it's okay. Because it's Ben, he's a flashy cunt.
No. I didn't say you're flashy. It's just you have a style.
I'm metro because I don't have the button done up. Okay, wait. Fuck
because you can wear shit that
Yeah,
other
because you got a bit of boob hanging out.
Ben, you
got a bit of
can't. You
boob.
can't. Wait a minute, Ben. You can't say to me that you don't have a style that's your own.
Ben's is Doc Martin fucking bandana with a slight squint.
Driving a motorcycle, I got a Porsche. You know, you're that guy. It's okay.
I don't have either of those. I
Not
don't have a
anymore.
Porsche
Not anymore,
or a
yeah.
motorcycle. And the Porsche I did have wasn't a flashy cunt Porsche. It was a dad Porsche.
But what James is, I think we all have our own style. Like,
Whoa,
Bless you.
fucking hell.
I think Ben, you're a little more out there. James, you're a little more toned down, but that toned down style is your own. Like nobody, like me and James couldn't pull off the Nintendo hat.
Ben.
Or me and Ben
Ben.
couldn't pull off the Nintendo hat.
It's not a Nintendo hat.
No. I can't wear a
The PlayStation hat. Sorry,
I can't wear a flat peak.
I've
I'm
done that.
that guy
Yeah.
I'm the guy that drinks tap water out of a mug. That's me.
Okay.
Everyone thought this was a coffee or something nice. It's just
I still, this conversation hasn't
Tap
gone
water.
anywhere. I still haven't learned anything, but okay. We'll move
Wait,
on.
hang on. What were your,
You know-
wait. What were your 3 goals?
Mine for what this
was
year?
it, we didn't say I'd do
Yeah.
3, though, did we? You said it's just.
Oh, wait, 2. Give me 2 specific goals.
I said 3 because I don't want Fouad to talk all night. I was like, don't tell him asking for free because we'll be here till fucking 8 p.m.
I don't talk the most. You guys talk the most. Do I talk the most?
I talk too much.
I don't know. I'd like to double what we did this year as a company. I'd like to.
I reckon 2.5.
Actually, I have a better one. I know what some of our direct competitors. There's a couple people. I'm not going to name names, but there's a couple people that I consider. I aspire to be like.
HD.
No, well, no, they're doing great. No,
Good.
there's 2 companies that have been around before us that I aspire.
I know.
I aspire to be like, and I'd like to achieve what they achieved their second year. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not
Are
going
you
to.
very friendly with one of the owners of one of these?
I'm friends with all 3 of the owners.
Okay.
Like the HD guys, they're friends, but they started at the same time as us.
Yeah. No, I wasn't talking about him. I was talking about.
I like you and HD have a different kind of. You have the same demographic. But
Okay,
different
you know
demographic.
what? This isn't a secret. So Seth for
Axis
OC,
Axis
Sledge, and Jay Cutler.
Okay.
I like the way they do business.
Yeah.
And I know approximately from what they've told me kind of how their first and second years went.
Yeah.
So I would like our second year that's my goal, is to kind of stay on track with what they're doing, because so far we have, and I like the way the direction the company's going. So that's my goal for this year, is to stay on that path with what they've done.
Yeah. Without blowing smoke up your ass, doing it during the pandemic as well is pretty impressive. Because you launched the company at the worst fucking time.
It was the same fucking week almost that they shut down. Yeah. No, I'm really happy with what we've done. It just, I'd like to just continue on that trajectory. That's actually my only goal for this year. And if I can compete, if I could stay healthy and ever compete again, then that would be my second goal. But I'm really just focused on the first one. I'd like this thing that we're doing here. I'd like it to it's really grown a lot. Like, I think we're doubling the views we were getting, originally from the first year, and I'd like this thing to just keep growing. And I have a new series that we're starting now. I just posted about it.
Yeah, the critique one, yeah.
We're doing the Rate Your Physique. So with all the different series now, with Bro Chat, and we're doing the Bodybuilding and Bollocks, and now the Rate Your Physique, I just like this thing to keep going this way. So
yeah, definitely.
Would you give up peanut butter or cream of rice?
Peanut butter. You're gonna have to, you're gonna go, I'll have to fucking go the other way now because we can't all agree. Even though in your mind, if your heart of hearts, you know that you give up peanut butter.
I'm trying to decide. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm trying to decide if you guys are. I think
it's
you
an
guys,
obvious answer.
I don't have peanut butter in my diet anyway.
I think you guys jumped the gun. You didn't think about it at all.
No, we did, but there's other nut butters you can use.
And also, peanut butter's not going to help. Peanut butter's not going to help. Or any nut butter. Okay, broaden it. Nut butter or cream of rice. Any nut butter, cream of rice.
Cream of rice is a staple. Cream of rice is a staple.
There you go.
To be honest, guys.
I could have oatmeal instead of cream of rice.
I fucking hate. I don't like oats.
I love oatmeal.
I don't like cream of rice. You do. That's why I'm answering the question for me.
Well, just loves his bowl of porridge.
Yeah, in his ass.
Hey, James, do you like oatmeal or no?
I don't mind it, but it doesn't sit as well as cream of rice.
No, it doesn't sit as well. No.
And when I'm thinking about the pump I get and how I'm going to look when I train, how I respond, peanut butter's not doing that for me.
Good peanut butter sandwich is delicious though, with a little bit of jelly on white bread.
Oh yeah, no, it's very good, especially toast.
Yeah, but I think that's what I mean. I think there's other like treats or tasty things I can have. I'd rather have Nutella sandwich than peanut butter sandwich.
Not all the time.
Well, I don't know. I'm a chocolate.
Yeah, that's hazelnut. That's hazelnut. That's a nut butter. That's a nut. There's a nut.
It's not a nut butter. It's not a nut butter. It's a chocolate.
It's
not defined. All right, it is not a nut butter. But you're not swinging that one by.
That's jokes. Imagine your coach was like, any nut butter you can have in this milk, and they're like,
right. That is not what
they're smashing in Nutella. Why are you so fat, you fucker?
That's like the Ronnie Coleman hack of nut butters, right?
Yeah, he would have done Nutella definitely.
Let's see. Would you rather win the Rock's show for the next 5 years straight or win one Mr. Olympia?
The Rock's is paying more, isn't it?
Yeah, apparently it's supposed to be a big deal with sponsorships and the whole bit.
The Rock's, bruv. I'm winning the Rock's, bruv, because it's not. The reason I say that is because it's not already established, yeah. So it could kind of be even to the Olympia because it's new. Like a lot of people are like the Olympia is always going to be Olympia, but the Rock's thing could take over. Could be the new big thing.
I think the Rock's thing could take over in time, but I don't think the first year.
Yeah, that's what James is saying. If he won it, and then in 20 years' time, the Rock's thing is the only man standing.
Yeah.
And also, you said how many years did he say win the Olympia?
5.
Oh,
no, one Olympia versus 5 Athleticons.
Yeah, so in 5 years, Athleticon could be massive.
Yeah.
And if the and 5 paychecks off of a win.
Yeah,
I'm going that way, mate.
I mean, even if it's only a little bit more than the Olympia, it's going to be $500,000 then, right? Because the Olympia is 400. So even if it's just a fraction more, it's $500,000.
2.5 million for winning a few bodybuilding shows.
You know what's shocking about that? I totally thought you were going to go the opposite way on that one, James.
You thought I was going to be one of them loyalists.
I thought you were going to be a purist and be like, nah, I want to do it.
It's all about the title, the Olympia title. Nah, fuck that.
You totally let me down on that. You're like, nah, I want the money.
I want a paper in my account.
James, I thought you were the one. You're not the one.
I am. Listen, I still have to train just as hard to win that fucking.
I know, but I thought you were the guy like that.
Fuck that, bro. Come on, times change. It's 2021.
Hey, are you saying bruv like BRUV?
Yeah, that's how I said.
Is it short for brother, or is it a different word altogether?
Short for brother, but you need to do that.
Okay.
It's just very British. I say bruv too much. I say bruv too much.
I'm learning my British. I shot back. I think I shot Ben a mate the other day.
Mate. Yeah, I was a
mate. Yeah, mate. When I write texts to my Canadian or American friends, I always stop at the last word, and it's always
I can't deal with
or mate, and I don't know which one to do, and I'm like, do mate because I'm British.
Well, you always do lad, and Luke used to always
lad.
do mate.
I like lad.
Yeah,
I like lad.
Luke used to always call me mate. So
yeah, he's like mate. I like lad. I just think lad. I like lad.
I can't deal with brother or bro.
It's tough.
It does feel a bit rinsed. You use too much.
I use man a lot.
Man.
I use buddy. Buddy's one.
I hate buddy. I hate buddy.
Jordan Peters loves buddy.
Buddy feels condescending.
Yeah. Jordan Peters is a buddy guy.
Buddy feels like somebody's trying to shut you up.
Kissing. So you started kissing people on the forehead, but you won't accept buddy because that's more condescending.
Mate is
pat him on the head.
Buddy, I didn't say I'm kissing people.
You see, mate sometimes sounds angry to me. Mate sometimes sounds angry, like mate. All right, mate.
Nah, Luke used to say all the time. He was like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
it did.
I think it's because how I say mate. I usually say mate if I'm a bit pissed off with someone. Like,
okay.
Like not pissed off, but if they're listen, I just want to end that conversation. All right, mate.
Yeah. I can see that.
And just you know what I mean?
Is that you leaving the conversation?
Yeah, that was me leaving. That was me. Yeah, I was walking to the door. Sorry.
If my sister calls me mate, I know she's fucked off.
That's what I mean. Mate can sometimes mean there's an underlying thing with the word mate. Like when it's among friends, if you don't call them mate often, and then you call them mate that one time, sometimes
I called my sister a cunt, right, about 4 weeks ago before Christmas, and she went, "Don't you fucking call me a cunt, mate." And I was like, "Oh, I pissed her off. I really pissed her. That's the line, and I fucking shot over it."
It's weird, mate has two, like, you can have two context. It can be that really nice, okay, mate, or it can be the, all right, mate.
I think people are using taking the piss a lot now because I said I like it. So I see other people writing it, but they're writing it the way I said it the first time.
Taking a piss.
So they're writing taking a piss.
Okay, it's not the same. That means you are literally pissing.
Taking a piss. No, it's taking the piss.
Oh, you're taking a piss, mate. No, you're shut up. Taking the fucking piss.
You're taking the piss, mate.
All right, let's do a few more and we'll go.
Do you know what I hate? Just real quick on this one. And I've seen British actors do it and it fucks me off.
Go on.
They say twat.
Twat is really old, isn't it?
It's twat.
Yeah, but what is twat? Isn't that some old twat? You used to
no, it's not. Americans say twat.
Twat.
And it's the same word as twat. It's twat. It's fucking twat.
Listen, you fucking twat.
Yes. Right. Because imagine this, right? Say I'm having an argument with you. I'm like, oh, you're being a fucking twat. That's not offensive.
It sounds snobby. It sounds like you're a posh person trying to be angry.
Yeah. Whereas if I go, fuck off, you twat.
This is when you do twat. This is when you do twat. You'd be like,
the Queen says twat.
You're such a twat. That's when you do it. It's not. Whereas if you twats when you hold it, your mug without the fun part, and you're like, you're a fucking twat. Phil, you're a fucking twat.
I can't even say it that way. It's just an accent thing.
Say twat.
Twat.
No, say twat.
Say at.
Twat.
Say at.
Yeah, they're twat. There you go, mate.
Now say
sound right, though.
Now say you fucking twat.
I'm not saying shit. Let's move on. Okay.
Oh,
down.
If you had to fight one person from the Open at the Olympia, who would it really be and why?
Phil Heath. I'll punch him straight in the stomach.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just saying. Listen, you got to do it. This is an honest answer. Come on. But because he's had surgery there, hasn't he? Phil didn't like that. Oh, look, he's all upset now because I've gone.
No, I'm just trying to.
I've gone in hard.
No,
I'm just going for the person who's had surgery on his stomach.
I'm trying to think of the easiest fight out of the top 10.
That would have been the one.
James is going for the killer.
I've gone for the killer. I've gone for the jugular. No one else has got an injury. No one else has got an injury. Who else are you going to hit? Rami's a big man. You'll hit him and it'll just go.
Yeah, he's like a statue.
Come on.
Actually, it's not the top 10. It's the whole Olympia. Who's in the Olympia that's not? This seems.
Ben, do you agree with my approach there, like tactically?
You've highlighted a weakness and you've gone.
I'm gonna get shot to shit for this comment. I know I am, but oh well, it is what it is. If he wants to play Call of Duty against me, we'll do a 1-on-1 in the gulag. We need to get answers out of you two.
What's your answer, Ben?
I'm gonna go with Bonac because he's the smallest.
He'll swing and he'll miss him. He'll go over his head.
I'm a bully.
I have a feeling he'll wrestle you to the ground.
I reckon Bonac's a gangster as well. Bonac's a bit of a gangster.
Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with Bonac.
Yeah, but I can get some of that hair and I can bitch fight.
That might be possible. Yeah, there's a lot of hair there to grab.
Yeah, I fucking grab his predator locks and fuck him up.
I think he's tough. I don't know if you can fight him.
He's got that grill as well, hasn't he? Fuck. Oh, maybe
Bonac's a bit of a G.
Yeah,
I wouldn't fuck with Akeem either.
Nah, them boys are naughty. I wouldn't fuck with them. They're a bit gangster. I hear Patrick.
I tell you.
Who was Knight?
Regan's
Knight was Dexter. What are you going to do?
Dexter's 51 years old.
Nah, you're out of order, bro.
Dexter's OG. You can't be up a pensioner.
Who was 10th?
Justin? No, I reckon
Justin Rodriguez.
He's from New York. He's probably going to be well dodgy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Justin Shady, I reckon.
Who's 11th?
Justin Shady.
Wasn't that a Korean guy 11th?
Yeah, so he knows kung fu, so move on.
He knows kung fu.
The fit guy.
You ain't messing with that. You're gonna get your a head kick, and you're not even gonna see it coming. And he's got massive legs as well.
I'm really happy because you haven't been able to name no one yet, and you're going to come full circle and come back to what I said. And say,
no,
yes, I agree.
I think I'm gonna fight Reagan. I think I'm gonna fight Reagan.
Yeah. He's too nice.
He's
really nice. I don't think Reagan's. Yeah,
he'll help you beat himself up.
I don't think. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, don't worry.
You can put Regan in a noogie and like noogie him like. Ooh,
yeah, it wouldn't even be a real fight. You just kind of wrestle to the ground and be like, okay, we're good.
Watch now. Regan's going to grow some nasty beard and shave his head. and you'll see a post of him in like 2 weeks looking like Stanimal.
I'm not saying he's not a tough guy. I'm saying he seems like the nicest guy out of everybody.
I think Anton will be a hectic fight. You'd be like, what is going on here?
I think
you know the shit out of me. But, oh my god.
Antoine took martial arts for a long time. I think
Anton will fuck you up.
Yeah.
He'll do that.
He's like Jean-Claude Van Damme of bodybuilding. He can do the splits and then fucking
what's that shit called? What's that shit? Capoeira. He'll do that.
Capoeira, yeah.
He'll like, and you'll be all like psychoed out, and then he'll be like, he's got a big old pair of legs.
He'll confuse you and then he'll fuck you.
Ben didn't pick anybody yet.
I did.
Who?
At Bonac.
You did pick Bonac.
Okay, I took Reagan, and you took Phil. James?
Took Phil. Yeah. I'm going straight for Phil.
You found the only guy with a weakness. Okay.
This is it.
Okay.
By the way, if I now get called out by Bonac,
it's a joke, Bonac.
I don't want that smoke.
We don't want that smoke.
Yeah.
We don't want that smoke. This is not real. Hypothetically.
What's the worst movie, song, or show you've ever seen or heard?
The worst movie? The Mummy 3. I fell asleep in the cinema.
I've seen a lot of shit movies. I can't even name one.
The third Mummy with Jet Li was terrible. The third one with Jet Li was dog trash.
Any movie with Jet Li.
That's a tough one. There's a lot of shit.
No. Jet Li done the film The One. That was a good film.
Okay, that's the only one. It's literally the only film I can allow is The One. That was a good film.
Yeah. The One was good.
What's the worst song you've heard?
It's got to be something that's really repetitive, isn't it?
Old Town Road.
Oh, that's a good song. I like that song.
I hate that song.
I've got an 8-year-old stepson off.
You probably heard it on repeat for like hours on end. Yeah,
and I've heard the wrong version of it on repeat because he gets the words wrong as well.
Oh no.
Friday. You know that Friday song? That's the worst song ever made.
Really?
Sing it. Sing it.
I'm not singing it.
We need to hear. Can I hear it, please?
I'm not singing it. I'll bring it up. I'm not singing it. Fuck you, Ben.
Go get it, Ben. Get the Alexa and turn her on.
I got to put my rice cooker on. Hang on.
This song here.
Yeah, let me hear this. I'm curious. Friday, you say?
1 sec. There's a commercial.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah.
They should be paying you.
I know they should, right? Right? That's what I think.
You
here, listen.
Yeah, I don't even know that song. Sounds very teenage. Very teenage. Looks very teenage.
Listen. Okay, that's enough of that. I can't. Oh my god, man, that's the fucking. I don't know how anybody listens to this shit.
I didn't actually mind that.
You know, I grew up with my brothers. My brothers are all older than me.
Yeah.
So I grew
up.
What
are they listening to?
I grew up to like Led Zeppelin, The Who, like just a lot of classic rock shit. And then, you know, now I listen to pretty much everything, but I don't know how anybody listens to that crap.
It's the songs now are very auto-tuned and very childish. I like a bit of Bon Jovi.
I like Bon Jovi. Honestly, I listen to everything except for like that kind of mass-produced shit.
Yeah, it's it's like the same old formula, isn't it? It's just thrown down your throat.
It just doesn't sound like there's like nobody wrote anything. They're just like, this sounds really catchy. Let's put it out.
This word fits over this part of the beat. Let's do it. Yeah.
It's crap. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like quality music.
But your dancing was amazing, James. Thank you for.
I got excited.
Okay. What's the weirdest request or message you have ever had someone on social media and was tempted to go through with it? I don't even get those anymore.
Listen, I've tried to sell my fucking pants so many times and everyone falls through.
Nobody wants to buy your pants.
They talk me up a good game. We bid a price. I say, all right, mate, here's my price. And they're like, sweet, sort you out tomorrow, and I never hear from them again.
What's your price that you sell your underwear for?
$2,000.
No, you don't.
I think you've overshot the value there.
Well, $1,000. No, $1,000 per pro win.
Is that how it works?
Yes.
So I can get $2,000 from my underwear. What if you win an Olympia?
Absolutely.
What's your underwear worth if you win an Olympia?
To be fair, that's still just another show, so it only adds another grand.
Just not. See, the Olympia is now just another show for him.
It's just how many times you've worn them, isn't it, on a pro stage?
I see. Okay.
So $1,000 per wear, because they want to buy them off you because they're worn. So that's where the credibility and the price increases. Stock of the product increases with the more sweat equity.
So does it go down if you've washed them without thinking about it?
So if you've washed them, they're not going to pay you. That's the bottom line. Oh. Yeah, unfortunately.
Literally the bottom line.
That is the bottom line.
If Fouad and the whole Bodybuilding and Bollocks crew enter a show, who wins?
Top Fouad. Fouad at his best could pull off the win.
You think so? I don't think so, James.
Mate, Fouad at his best was fucking pretty epic.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
But best Fouad versus Ian. Best Fouad versus best Ian.
If you go off of record on paper, Fouad wins, right?
No.
Pretty much.
No.
Yeah, you placed the best in the Arnolds.
Ian's on
Ian's
seventh at the Olympia.
Ian's record is better.
Yeah, but how many times have you done the Arnold and placed?
Once. Because the other ones, I shit the bed on all of
them. Yeah, it's a tough one. All right.
Yeah. Ian wins record-wise, for sure.
Ian, you've won. Well done. We'll send you a trophy, a plastic trophy.
We'll send you a Bodybuilding Bollocks trophy.
Yes,
okay, last one. All the Olympic... Oh, God, this is a tough one. All of the Olympia winners' best physiques, where would you place them against each other? Obviously, Ronnie takes the W, but I'm curious to see when it gets to some of the obscure ones, who would you put where?
Top two. Ronnie, then Phil. Then Ronnie and Phil are the best two.
Ronnie, Phil, Dorian, Jay.
Ronnie, Phil, Dorian, Jay. You think Dorian's better than Jay? You think
that's a tough call.
We've done this a million times. I think Jay 2001 is second.
No, I think Phil Heath 2010 and 11 is a different. I know 10 he didn't win, but he should have. 10 and 11 is unreal.
Yeah,
Phil is amazing. And I have to be nice to Phil now because I said I punched him in the stomach earlier.
This is okay. You're compensating.
Would you have fought Phil back in 2011 before his surgery? Then
no, because it would have. He had a very good set of abs. It would have hurt my hand.
I don't know. I always disagree with you guys on this. I just think Jay.
All right. Well, hang on. So let's say the top four in any order are Ronnie, Jay, Dorian, and Phil, right?
In
any order, the top four.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess because Lee Haney was.
So now move past those four because
Well, Lee Haney would be next for sure.
Yeah, I said Lee Haney.
So okay.
So Lee Haney
got like
Dexter.
I think Frank. Dexter.
Oh, Dexter. Shit, yeah, Dexter. Dexter's best was better than Haney. Yeah, but Dexter was better than Haney. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, I think in bodybuilding standards, yes, Dexter is better than Haney.
Bodybuilding in body, we're just purely physique.
Yeah.
On the day.
Dexter, then Lee, then what about? I think Franco Colombo moves up pretty high. No,
I don't know.
I think he's really overrated, man, or underrated. Sorry,
I don't know with Franco.
Dude, the guy looked like he's insane.
No, I know, but
I think he was ahead of his time. Yeah, he was short.
I think the shortness took away from it.
Yeah,
really, eh?
A little bit, yeah.
Let's take a look.
All
right. What do we think? How about this?
Yeah, but then the geezer next to him with a bit of height, is that Zane?
Yeah, it's Zane.
Zane looked excellent there.
Am I remembering him better than he was? I mean, look at
he's good. Yeah, but look, he's right nipple as well.
What's wrong with this right now? She's got a little bit of gyno. So what?
No, it wasn't a little bit. It wasn't a little bit, mate.
Look,
It was
there's no guy. Look, there's no gyno here.
No, it's the other one. It's the right one in the shadow. He done that picture smart.
No, he did not.
He did. They did that picture like that.
Look it. There's no gyno. There's no gyno. It's just a bad photo.
The year he won the Olympia, he had.
There is no gyno. It was just a bad photo.
Never. I know it was gyno. I've seen it.
There's no guy. There's no
Serge. Look at Serge.
Oh, there's a bit in that picture. There's
a little bit there.
Hey, yeah. Mate, that's lactate.
This is older here. That's why it took it some time.
Hang on, what about Serge?
Aromatized more. Yeah, Serge Nubret looked. I was looking at Serge Nubret, sorry, in the picture before. It looked mad.
What about this?
No, I was right.
Yeah, that's the best. Ronnie Swolman.
I don't know, man. It's okay.
That is a good shot. To be fair, that front double looks pretty sick.
Okay, so after Lee, you think Sergio?
No, I would say Frank. I prefer Franco.
Do you? I think I got Sergio.
What about Arnold?
Arnold after Franco.
What about Samir Bannout?
Bannout was amazing, actually. His back was fucking ridiculous. Look at Samir Bannout's back. He had one of the best backs.
That's from the front.
Yeah, and his front was not bad, was it? Let's be honest. But his back was like inserted, like literally above the hip. You need a rear shot, man. There you go. Look at that.
Yeah, those are fucking.
Look at that back.
Yeah,
look at the both shots, rear double and fucking lat spread, both thick as houses.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
So is he after Lee?
Oh, you can take that picture and make it a sticker.
Look at that double that back double to the left of that one. No.
Yeah, look at that, bro. That's a good back double. That's winning shows now.
No.
That back double's winning back double shots in shows now.
No, it's not. No, it's not, man. No, it's
Who's
not.
back doubles beating that?
James.
A normal show.
James. This guy, this right here, he probably weighs 210 pounds.
So that shot right there, if that's 212, who's got a better back double than that?
Wait, 212 maybe, but I'm saying
because he weighs 212. So
you're saying in the 212s, you think, yeah, okay, I'll give you that in the 212s, yeah.
Yeah, come on, man, come on.
No, I thought you meant like, well, he was an open competitor, right? So I'm thinking like open.
Yeah. But that fucking back shot, wow.
Yeah, I prefer
He had better arms than Haney, didn't he?
Yeah, thicker, yeah.
Triceps were more prominent. Haney didn't really have very good arms.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Oh, mate, look, go left the picture, go back one. On this.
1 second.
His arms weren't exceptional, put it that way. But then Dorian's weren't either, so Dorian could follow him.
No. Dorian's arms are not the same as Lee's. Lee's are nice arms. These are nice arms.
I think Lee's and Dorian's are pretty similar.
No way.
Yeah, man.
Are you crazy?
No.
I think you're crazy, man.
I'm not crazy. I bet if you measured their arms, they're about the same.
Yeah, but the look of them is what I'm saying.
I don't think the look's that different. I think Dorian's.
Yeah, that front double, the black and white front double.
Maybe a bit peakier.
No, man. Look at the difference. Watch. The biceps are way more separated. The tricep is longer.
Yeah, but they're not bigger. They're not like, I don't think they occupy more space.
I don't know. I think that's a much nicer arm. That bicep is a better peak and it's more separated.
Man.
Dorian's never been known for his arms, ever.
No, but nor is Haney.
Really?
Haney's back. It's back width.
See, I feel like this is proportionate to everything else that I'm looking at.
Oh, I don't know. I think he could do a bit more tricep.
Well, he's got short insertions. Like there's a space, there's a gap. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think the underhang of the tricep on the long head is quite up to par. That's just me being really critical because I am judgmental.
I think when I look at this forearm, arm, it all ties into the legs. Everything's even to me.
He's not bad. I'll give you that.
He's all right for an
he's only got 8 Olympias. Fuck.
Yeah, he's
picking apart this fucker's physique.
But this is we're only being really critical. So Mia.
Who's comparing? Because I mean, Phil's arms. Let's not.
Oh, Phil's amazing arms. Phil's amazing.
Sorry, that's Phil. That's Chris.
Okay, what are we? So who are we saying is after Lee Haney? If Lee's 5th,
could be Samir. I think Samir is superior to Franco. That's an older Samir, so that's not the same. But I think Samir
Franco's short height. Really,
Samir was like a Mike Mentzer.
I'll give you that. What about? So who's then? We got Eric Dickerson, and we got
Chris Dickerson.
Chris Dickerson. Sorry, then we got Frank.
Eric's his cousin.
Well, I think Eric Dickerson's a football player.
There's more than one Jay Cutler as well, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Cutler football, yeah. That's a good shot. So yeah, I don't know. So after him, we haven't even said Roden yet.
But look at we forgot Roden
and Brandon.
Does Roden and Brandon? Does Roden beat Lee Haney?
No,
I think Haney then Roden.
Are you guys crazy?
No, I think Haney's
if this stood next to Lee Haney now, people would be like, "Who's that guy that's standing next to Sean Roden?" Are you crazy? Listen, Lee Haney was the greatest bodybuilder of his time, without hands down. But look at this conditioning, and look at the size. And look at the size of his legs. Lee Haney's legs would look small compared to Roden's. Standing next to each other.
No, you're right. You are right. I'll concede that.
You can't. There's no way you can compare somebody from the '80s to somebody now. They didn't even. I don't even think they trained hamstrings. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude.
There was no hamstring curls made ever until 1990.
No, I'm just saying. Look at James. Look at this physique.
No, I do. But that's the funny thing is, what's mad is Roden at his best is actually not when he won the Olympia. In my opinion, I liked Roden when he was full, like that picture you just showed me.
Look at,
There's a couple of European Arnolds.
This is absolutely no disrespect to Lee Haney. He's probably the greatest bodybuilder of his era, without a doubt. And maybe
no, definitely.
He's definitely on the Mount Rushmore of bodybuilding. But if you put this physique, which is absolutely beautiful, next to this physique in bodybuilding standards, it wouldn't match up.
You're gonna have loads of people Haney would win, bruv.
No, I know, but look just for 1 second. Look at the detail.
No, I know. My eyes don't deceive me. I know.
Look at the leg and look at the detail, and then look at this.
Yeah. Roden's very good. I'm not taking anything.
He's all right.
So I think Roden would be, in my opinion, Roden would be fifth.
Yeah.
And then, where we are, really. And then you have Brandon, right?
Who wins out, Brandon and Roden, really, though? Is it still Roden?
I think Roden.
I think Roden too, yeah.
I don't know why Roden does a side chest like that, though. That's the one thing I don't get.
Look at that fucking leg, though, from the side. Look, that's fucking...
I don't know why he doesn't open his upper body up more on the old side chest, because he can look even thicker.
He's so good.
He does a strange side chest.
I forgot how much I like Roden's physique.
Roden's amazing. I just wish he did a side chest like Brandon, because then he'd look even better.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's only me saying that. I know I've repeated myself, but if you look at his side chest, it's always like he stops halfway before posing it. That holds it by side rather than behind him a little bit.
Oh, that's Phil. Yeah, it's a tough one to call. I think for me, I think Sean would be fifth.
Yeah.
I think Brandon would be sixth. I think we have Dexter in fifth. Sorry. Dexter, Sean, Brandon, then Lee Haney. Doesn't that sound crazy? Lee Haney would be like eighth. That's insane.
But it's true though. You can't.
But we're not judging based on their era. We're judging on today's judging standard. That's why.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's part of the era. The era that they were judged in. It's
mad how Ronnie 98 is still the best ever.
I think it's going to be a long time, if ever, if somebody beats that.
What? So 98 is how many years ago?
Fucking 22, 23.
We haven't exceeded that physique since. That's mad, isn't it? Phil was amazing. Don't get me wrong. He just didn't have the same structure to carry what Ronnie could. Just couldn't carry that same amount.
Yeah, look at this. Look at 2003. Look at this.
I still love 98 the most, though, don't you?
Yeah, 98 is more streamlined.
Well, it depends. If you're like 98's better because of the front, but from the back, look at this. Fuck, this is amazing.
He looks sharper in 98, though, to me.
Oh yeah,
the glutes.
Yeah.
There's more separation, yeah, because there's more muscle here. So he's, I don't know, yeah,
saturated a little bit of muscle, as they say.
I mean, I think either look, yeah.
Which Ronnie's the best? Man, we're just looking at photos now. We're not even doing a podcast.
Yeah, every time we end up on the Ronnie thing, though. We did this last podcast. We end up going.
It's because he's just so amazing.
Well, because people ask
rabbit hole of Ronnie.
People ask what's the best of all time and put them in order and all stuff. And
I'm okay with it. We could do a whole fucking show on Ronnie. I'm big on Ronnie.
I know, but you forget that there's an audio version of this, so people are just they're listening, and there's nobody's saying anything because we're looking at photos.
Oh well, those fuckers need to keep up with the times and get it on there.
Get on YouTube, yeah.
Get on YouTube, sir.
All right, guys, we've been on for a couple hours. We'll wrap it there.
I'm training now. Shoulder time.
Shoulders. What are you going to do? Are you going to press first, or are you going to rear delts first?
Yeah, no, he's got me doing press first. Prioritize the heavy stuff.
Don't you do? Do you think it's valuable to do like rear delts or something first to kind of get your shoulder girdle warmed up?
I like to, but I'll still do like rotator cuff kind of.
Your mobility work and stuff.
Yeah, I'll do that first, and then I'll.
Someone asked me the other day. I start on squats now, but I'm still doing like some extensions, some leg
exactly. You don't just get
warm up.
Yeah,
they don't count, but I do them.
What do you
squats this week? They felt hard.
I saw that. Didn't you squat like 5 or 6 plates? It looked easy.
6, but it's fucking.
Mate, I did clusters yesterday, and it fucking. I said to Denise, she's like, "Do you need me to squat you?" I said, "Yeah, from the front, catch my fucking lungs."
Yeah. Tell me about.
Hey, when you shoulder press, you shoulder press with the front or back?
I like back, but Patrick doesn't, so it's front for me.
We had this conversation yesterday on the podcast. I think behind the head is like incredible. Yeah.
Look at Kevin Levrone.
Yeah.
I get a lot more specific delt if I do behind the head.
I do as well. I think
from the front, it feels
about my mobility.
Yeah, from the front, I guess a shorter range as well, but it's more like right in on my delt. If I do it in the front, it feels like more just kind of a general pressing movement. If that makes sense.
Yeah. When I'm from the front, because I'm arching my back to get my fucking face out of the way. I feel like I'm getting a lot of chest in it.
I feel like the front as well. It tends to take out it just does anterior, whereas behind the head does a little bit of medial head as well.
Yeah.
Well, when I do the behind the head, again, I'm not as limited as you boys, probably because you got way thicker backs than me. But I only bring the bar just to the crown of my.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I'm not bringing it. But I remember when I was 18, I could probably bring it all the way fucking down to touch my trap.
Just bring the elbow. Just bring the elbow
90 degrees.
Yeah. I would just stick to here and just lock out with them.
I would do behind the neck tonight, but Patrick will scorn me.
Yeah, I've got shoulders. I
might do it in lie. I might not tell him the truth.
I'm going to do it behind the neck and video it, see if he gives me a telling off.
do it. And if he WhatsApps you saying, "I'd rather you not do that," then we know that it's universal.
You should post it. If he does that, you should screenshot it and post it. It'd be fucking hilarious.
I will.
All right, guys. Have a good workout. Have a good day. Have a good week. We'll talk again.
Definitely. Enjoy.
All right, boys. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Right.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.